Wait, you're still on Redbubble? Even after everything we've talked about? Well, I guess if you're going to be over there, we should talk about how to do it right. Hi, I'm Dave, and I talk about, well, things like this. An interesting thing happened the other day. I got an email from Redbubble, which you would think is weird because why would I need to be getting emails from Redbubble? I don't shop there and I don't participate there. I get the emails because I want to be up to date about all the things that they're doing, and especially when they go and break the internet with their changes. So what I'm doing today is I'm looking at 5 of the most popular items in 5 of the most popular categories, and we're going to talk about those particular shops, what it is they're doing wrong, and what it is they're doing right, and what they could be doing better. Let's go over to Redbubble, check it out. So we're going to go through these items: clothing, which is t-shirts, stickers, phone cases; wall art, which is posters; and then home and living, which is really just mugs. Going to clothing, down to t-shirts, and we'll pick men's. Why not? Come down here and sort by best selling. And of course, the number one most favorite, in fact, all of these up here have been here for quite a long time. We'll go ahead and check out on our friend Obasan, who has been in the top list for a very long time. The thing I like about Obasan is the simplicity of their design. Simple illustrations, perfect for the kiddies. Here's their front page. Now, as I'm scrolling through here, I'm looking for basically 3 things. Number 1, consistency of work. Number 2, is there any kind of branding identity? And number 3, are they doing a good job of trying to get people off of this site and over to wherever it is that they hang out most, like social media, on their website, maybe a newsletter. The first thing we're looking at is this banner right here. It's obviously very nice. The banner works for their branding. We have some social media here. We've got the Instagram, which I'm going to open that in a new tab, and then I'm opening Twitter just in case. See what's going on Twitter. Hopefully it's not too much political rhetoric. Hasn't been on here since last year, so Twitter is a no. That's not a good sign. If you're going to have social media in your artist profile, you should probably keep it up to date or don't show it at all. Joel's got an Instagram and he doesn't have a lot of followers, which is interesting because I figured, well, with that many shirts that he's probably sold, he's had to have been able to attract a few people, which is probably the biggest mistake we're talking about right here. He's not doing anything to drive people over here outside of that little link, which, let's be honest, the people who are buying the stuff from him are not taking the time to go to the artist profile to see if they have an Instagram or not. This most recent post is 2 days old. Last one before that is 4 weeks, so not a ton of consistency when it comes to all of this. He has a link tree, which is a good start. Let's see where that takes us. Okay, now this is interesting. He's got a Threadless shop, a Redbubble shop, a TeePublic shop, a portfolio, and a coloring book. Let's see what that's about. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. He's got a coloring book, but it's obviously catered to a much different clientele. If I were him, I'd create a new coloring book based on the animal characters and the ghost characters that he's got in his portfolio already. Wouldn't that seem like a closer fit to what you're doing, Joel? Just trying to ask the important questions here, folks. So if we go to any of these other shops, it's probably going to be more of the same. Not a ton going on here, but he's got a website. Let's see what happens here, and I know what's going to happen. Yes, took us right back to the Redbubble shop. Of all those places that he puts his work, Redbubble seems to be the one that obviously does the best for him. And to be fair, with 380 designs and obviously being in the top lists of a lot of these things, he's probably killing it. But what would happen if suddenly he was no longer able to sell on Redbubble? What if for some reason they decided to bounce him because, you know, Redbubble does that? Yes, he could absolutely go back to his Threadless, his TeePublic. That's not really solving the problem. That's more of a Band-Aid. He's not bringing people back to a place where they can kind of stay connected with him. He's not bringing them over to a real website. He's not bringing them over to a newsletter to keep them within the fold. So I'm happy for Joel that he's doing such a great job over on Redbubble, but I think he's really kind of trying to put all of his eggs in that one basket with maybe 1 or 2 eggs over in Threadless and TeePublic, but not really giving a whole lot of attention to anything else. If I had to give him a grade, I would give him a C. Let's jump over to stickers. Here we got Hillary White with her Street Cats, which has been a very popular design on Redbubble for a long time. I think I have a few of these street cats in my backyard. Welcome, Hillary White Rabbit. I'm not sure what the rabbit reference is, but going with it. Are the designs consistent? Pretty much. She's doing really good from consistency of her art design work. Well, let's go to the artist profile and let's see. A little bit better here. We've got a home website, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, and whatever that is. Go to that one first. Oh, DeviantArt. Same thing. Interesting. I do like how she's got some traditional work in here too. She also has a link to Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. Yet her Tumblr is completely out of date. Her Facebook is up to date. I was thinking it would be totally the same as her Instagram, that she was just bringing stuff over to Instagram and Facebook at the same time, because that's basically what I do. I hate Facebook. She's got this link right here. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh, we looked everywhere. Wix. Bad news bears. Not good, Hillary. Oh, she got a Threadless. Let's go to Threadless, see what's going on over here. More of the same. Nothing really, like, what is this? Like, who's even going to be interested in buying that little sticker thing like that? She's got a Yahoo email address. That's got to tell you something. Instagram, also Linktree, illustrator for Cavity Colors. What's this? I guess she does some illustrative work for this company here, which is cool. Good. So everything over here that we're looking at is probably a side hustle. Linktree, Neato Shop, t-shirts and more. Oh, Neato Shop. That's new. I don't even know what this is. We're going to have to investigate this later. Redbubble, TeePublic, and Threadless. It seems to be consistent. Oh, did you catch that? Copyright 2019, which means not been updated. That should say 2019 to 2023. What is she saying? That only the things that were created in 2019 are copyright? Might want to fix that one, Hillary. Go back to that home button real quick, because I think we've got an error there. Yeah, that's not working at all. Dead link, most updated, sort of updated, not updated, whatever. I was going to go a little bit higher for Hillary, but the broken links are really a killer for me, so B-. iPhone cases, we're going to go here to Micah Verkant. I hope I'm saying that right. Micah Verkant. Cute. Oh, turtles in space. Consistent designs? Sure. Not the most consistent, and it's interesting that the items are so completely random, where it's like a phone case here, a poster there. Probably be better off if you put a whole bunch more designs, because 29 designs. Maybe more designs, Micah. I'm sorry, I just don't know how to say that name. If you know how to say that name, do me a favor and go into the comments and tell me. Phonetically, of course. This is an interesting graphic. It's a little, hard to read, especially when the name's as weird as that. Not weird, just different. Unfamiliar. View artist profile. Oh, there is a homepage. Let's do that. Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. They have a website. It's a portfolio type of website. Under construction. Don't ever do that. If your site's under construction, just take it down, redirect somebody someplace else. It's so unprofessional. Portfolio, about page, contact, and shop. So she's got a home base, so that's a plus. No newsletter, not so great. This is better than nothing. The under construction is throwing me off a little bit, but not bad. Better than everybody so far. Instagram, up to date. Let's see. Nope. 59 weeks. It's interesting, though. The stories are up to date. Just one, though. Twitter. Or, X. A lot more active on Twitter than anything else. Not a lot of interaction from people. She got some hearts. She got some things. Well, wow. I take that back. Look at that. It's got, only 2 comments, but a whole bunch of likes for that one. So, I don't know. She's doing all right on Twitter. Thumbs up. Tumblr. Active. I can't tell when the date was, though. June 2023. And then August 2018. So, the short answer is no. Not very active. All right, so the best thing she's got going for her is the website, and then obviously, some a bunch of good work going on everywhere else. So good. Hey, Twitter's cool and the website's cool. I'll give you an A-. Posters. I'm surprised that Powder to the People is actually the most popular poster. It just seems weird, especially because it's July. SF Design Studio. I've seen this person's work before. It's a vintage look. So a lot of designs, 273 designs. Consistency. Some yes, some not so much. Like, I get this whole vintage thing. This doesn't really make much sense in that regard. This doesn't make much sense. The designs aren't as consistent as I would hoped, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Homepage. Bad news. Sasan, that's bad news bears. Instagram, Facebook. You've got to be kidding me. You are on a bad footing right now. Let's see if I can do a search here. Okay, so he just doesn't have the right link in his Redbubble account. He has some videos here. I tried to click on this one. That one's 1 week ago. How far back is this one? 7 weeks. Not the most consistency, but better than some. And that broken link is bad news. Facebook hasn't been updated since January 27th. Society 6. Etsy. You have a website here, sasanfilsouf.com. Redbubble. Here's website. Let's see. He has a shop. So far, so good. Doing good things. Click on that and see what happens. His own shop. It's not leading back to Redbubble or anything like that. So this is a pixels.com website, which I'm not really familiar with, but I'm guessing it's probably like either a free or low-cost e-commerce solution so that somebody can have a shop like this. Again, though, no place to subscribe to his update. Oh, email list. It's very small, but he does have that opportunity to subscribe to his email list. He's got sasanfilsouf.com, which is another website. Is this just portfolio? Oh, no, it's also a shop as well. Just do something here real quick. If I go through and make a purchase, or at least pretend to make a purchase, what I'm looking for here is if it's going to ask for my email. It does, but it doesn't say anything about subscribing to updates or anything like that. Etsy page, all looks the same and cool. Twitter, not that much updated, but something. So we'll give Sasan an A because he has the things. He has the newsletter, he has the shop, he has social media. There are some broken links and things, so it's not perfect. He doesn't really kind of accent that newsletter, so that's a thing. And I'm also a little bit confused about why he would have multiple shops. Like, he has the Pixels one, and he has the Etsy, and then he has his own website. I don't know, but it seems like a lot of work is going on, and maybe the reason he isn't updated and he hasn't checked all of his links recently is because he's got too many things happening all at once. Okay, finally, coffee mugs. So I'm going to do this a little different because I looked at this mug right here. I don't even know what's going on there. I'm not sure how this one is so popular, how it's even listed as one of the most popular, but this person has like 3 designs. Obviously, they just used it to have a place for somebody to go buy a mug. There's so many other better ways you could do that. World's Best Boss. A little concerned about this one. Copyright infringement, maybe, sort of, not really, but kind of. We'll do it. Let's take a look. I'm almost sure I'm going to be disappointed in what I'm going to see here. Not great for branding. Ugh. This is so bad. Oh, Dunder Mifflin. Let's see. Okay. I'm not even going to go any further. Straight up copyright infringement. I'm just not even going to indulge that. Skirt 0201. You get a solid F failure. Do not ever make anything else. Now let's talk about what I would do differently. Let's say I'm Obasun here. Obasun has really good branding, identity, consistency with the artwork. Thumbs up for that. That's definitely one of the best things they have going for them. Now this may be a terms of service thing, but one thing that I never see anybody do that I'm surprised that nobody does is they don't put any kind of contact information in their banner. Like how easy would it have been to put a little Instagram icon and then Obasun down here so people get the implication that he is on Instagram. And if he happens to be Obasun on all platforms across the internet, then all he would have to do is put a little @ symbol there. That would make the implication that he is that person on all the different platforms. So somebody could go to Twitter, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, and type in Obasun, and they will likely find him. Now, we already know what happens if you go to obasun.com. It basically brings you right back here. But let's just say, for instance, he did actually have a shop, and he just put obasun.com right down here, and that would lead people to his shop so that they could at least maybe sign up for a newsletter, because he would obviously have a newsletter ready for people to sign up for when they got to that shop, right? He should have a website, but he doesn't have one, and should be linked here, and I'm not sure why nobody actually puts their website address in the description right here. In fact, I would put it right up at the very beginning, put www.obasun.com. Obviously, it doesn't work for him because it would just bring you back here, but you know what I'm saying. If you're going to have your socials, make sure your socials are up to date. If they're not up to date, then you shouldn't have them here. Don't link to accounts that you aren't actively participating in, because if that person is clicking that link, it's most likely because they are active in that platform. And if they go there, they're going to be disenfranchised because you actually don't exist there. Just to recap, number 1, make sure your branding and your identity and everything is cohesive and looks cool so people go there and actually want to buy more of your stuff because they can rely on whatever it is that they're seeing. Number 2, make sure you have all your social media links in there that you are actively using. If you're not using them, don't link them. Number 3, you should have a website. If you don't have a website, at least send them someplace where they can subscribe to whatever newsletter that you might want to send out in the future. Even if it's just like, hey, I put a new design up in Redbubble. If you're trying to thrive strictly on Redbubble, at least do your due diligence to find ways to get people off of this site over to your email list, your social media accounts, so that they don't just exist in this world and then disappear forever. Let them buy from you, and then hopefully you redirect them over to your social media sites or your email newsletter or your website or wherever it is that you want to send them. That way you can continue to interact with them. You can continue to share with them. You can continue to pitch to them when you have new things available. And always remember to cover your butt, have your work in some other place. There's a possibility that Redbubble may not want you anymore. They may not promote you anymore. This site might not even be there anymore. If you want to know more about how I feel on this topic, then you're going to want to watch one of these 2 videos right here, because I tend to talk a lot about this, okay? Thanks very much, guys. Really appreciate you. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button. While you're down there, go hit the comments and say, I don't know, something. Say hi. Hi. I've been Dave. You've been awesome. I'll see you next time.